Up, y'all? It's Chris Weathers, aka Shorty C94, back at y'all again with another episode of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. This is episode 140, and let's get it going. What's up, everybody? We about to get started here in just a sec. Well, hello.
Hey,
How are you?
good. I was like, I'm old. It's gonna be my bedtime if I lay down.
Yeah. Sorry for starting a few minutes late here and a couple of technical difficulties, but thank you for being here.
How's your night going?
Uh, it's going. How's yours?
Good. I just got home like an hour ago.
Uh, okay. But you just getting off work?
No, I was off today, thank goodness. I went and did like a little shopping, got some stuff to make mac and some collard greens tomorrow for Thanksgiving.
Okay. Just about to ask you if you were cooking.
I am. I am.
Annie, can you cook?
Yes. I would say like cooking for people is probably like one of my love language. Like that's how I show you I love you. I'll be like, here, you have to try this. But
Okay.
like, I don't know. I think it's just like anything that I want to eat or like to eat, I learn how to make it myself so I can make it when I feel like it. And, just show off my skills.
Got you. Got you. Well, welcome to all that are here. Again, this is episode 140 of Shorty Sneaker Conversations. We now have our guest. We have Annie here. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to show y'all what it is. Before we get started, I always ask my guests, what's the most important thing you've been able to take from the world since the pandemic started?
I think for me, I worked the entire pandemic, so just like job security. And my dumbass caught COVID 4 times.
Wow.
So, and it was like different symptoms each time. So, I think it's just, I think I was always quarantined with like somebody. Like the first time I got COVID, I was quarantined with my son's father, and then the second time, like me and all my friends caught it. So we like stayed at home, but we were like on FaceTime with each other like all day, and just we couldn't sleep. Like we like had movie marathons, and we just found stuff to entertain ourselves. So it was interesting, but definitely like with the pandemic, I feel like I know I have job security, and then just like appreciating just like having good company.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So we'll just, dive right into the first quarter, which is sneaker origins. And, what was that first sneaker moment or sneaker memory you have that kind of kicked everything off?
I want to say probably like in middle school, like I was obsessed with Fat Farms.
Mm.
Like I think it was, I know, interesting, right? I think it was just like, um, that's how old I am. I'm not that old, but I think it was like the platform on them because I'm so short and I've been like I feel like the same height since I was like in fifth grade, sixth grade.
Mm.
So I was like really obsessed with Fat Farms. And then I got more into Jordans and stuff in high school because my high school boyfriend bought me sneakers.
Mm.
Yeah. And then, like I tell people all the time, like when you're in high school, you don't think of those things. Like we were broke, we didn't really work until we were like, juniors, seniors, or whatever. But like for that to be his like love language, that's how I got more into sneakers.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember any of the sneakers he bought you back then?
No, I can't even tell you. Like I tell people all the time, like I'm horrible with sneakers. Like I didn't like to clean them. I just like put them on, kick them off. We're like in an Asian household, so like kick off shoes at the door, and I'll just leave it there. Um, didn't really like put them away. Didn't care for them. Like I care for my sneakers a little bit more now, but I still like don't clean them.
Mm.
Like I got a guy for that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Now, I know you weren't as into it then, but beyond the Fat Farms, was there one sneaker back then that kind of like solidified, like, all right, I'm a sneaker person. I'm into this now. This is what it is.
I don't think there was like one specific, like besides Fat Farm, like my other sneakers that I probably had like every colorway of was the Baby Fats. Like
Hmm.
I had
Okay.
Baby Fat everything, like Baby Fat jacket, baby. I'm like, I was sitting here scrolling. I'm sad because like I think about it now and I have pictures, but I have printouts and I had it in my storage building, and like 2 years ago, that storage building caught on fire. So all of my like old high school pictures that were in boxes, and I was like, like gonna get around to like making digital copies. Like I never did, but like I had a ton of pictures in there that would have been like nostalgic. Uh, but yeah, like I was obsessed with Baby Fat, like everything. I think it died down like, 2009, 2010. Like I graduated in 2009.
Oh,
So I
okay.
know I was still wearing Baby Fat then, but I think after like 2010, the fad just kind of died. But yeah, I was obsessed. Like I said, I was more obsessed with any shoes that gave me like height.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Um, were you always in, the state, or are you from, somewhere else? Have you always been, in
Yeah.
North Carolina?
I was born in Minnesota. So definitely love that like anything Viking colorway, like purples and yellows, and just purple is my favorite color.
Yeah.
But I moved to North Carolina with family when I was like 5. So North Carolina has been home since, and we've just kind of deal with like all the crazy weather change and stuff like that since. But I'm not that far from you, so
Yeah.
I have family in Greensboro. Like when I was younger, we would go up there more, but they were more kind of like a strict Christian family. So if we spent the night, they're like, "You're gonna have to go to church if you spend the night." So we would all the cousins would be like at one house and like chilling in the attic, and like I miss those days. Like one of my cousins, his mom actually passed away, and they're from like High Point. So everybody got together, but sadly I missed it because of work. But that's probably like my fondest memories of being around your area.
Yeah. I've only been down here for 3 years. I'm still getting used to North Carolina, but it's nice. I haven't uh, decided whether or not I'm going to stay here, but North Carolina is nice, and I do. I don't get to make it down here as much. Like when I was still married, I used to come to Charlotte quite a bit just to shop. But yeah, like I like Charlotte. I mean, I'm actually thinking about that being possibly one of the next places I go.
Oh
If I
yeah,
don't
I'm
go,
always in Charlotte, so
yeah, yeah,
I'm always like I know like all the like my favorite food spots there, my favorite like low key spots, and just like usually like if I'm doing like a shoot or whatever, like it's usually like around here or in Charlotte, really.
okay. Now, Will, I do want to compliment you. I mean, when you do pictures, or you always have interesting backgrounds. I'm like, damn, where's she at now? And you do come up in the feed. I'm
I
like,
I know. I think that's interesting because honestly, like I'm literally like doing nothing. Or I'm like at home, like working home, work at home, or like I'm doing the most. Like I'm out like all day. So it's just like most of like those like spots. Like I usually have like friends that hit me up and are just like, "Hey, check out this location," or "Do this or do that." Like it's interesting because I'm just telling them like, "Hey, I'm off today." Like I would say like all my best friends are like low key. Like we're not like high maintenance. We kind of like when we have time, we hit each other up, and if you have time to go, then we're gonna go and do something random. But it's like the best time,
you appear to look a little high maintenance.
huh?
You appear to look just a little.
I am very. I don't know why. I don't know why because like I really don't like. I'm not. I'm very very not high maintenance at all.
Even the time we talked on the phone, I was like, because you were like busy. I'm like, damn, should I even should I even call back? You know what I'm saying? Like you was busy. I'm like, you know,
Oh yeah.
you seem that way, but you say you not, you not.
I mean, I'm a nap queen. Like all my best friends will tell you, like if they can't get a hold of me, they're probably like she's napping.
Got you.
Like I said, I'm either doing nothing or the most. Like I think it's. I mean, I know it how it comes off to people. Like I guess I look high maintenance, but I'm just like I don't know. It's just me. I don't know how to explain it. Like to me, I don't feel like I'm high maintenance. Like we could either, if you want to go to like a 5-star restaurant, I'm down for it. But if you want to go, like, you know, the controversy, like if you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, I'm down for it. Hell, if you want to go to McDonald's drive-through, like I'm down for it. Like I'm very chill. I'm like a very easy person to get along with.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So I guess on the sneaker side, being the sneaker person you are now, how long would you say you've been that person?
Mm, like I said, probably more so during high school, like, and then after high school, like when I started like making real money, like we're making my own money, because you know, in high school, like you just kind of like you work and you just kind of spend your money on whatever. But once you get to like adulthood and you have to like, you know, put other things as a priority, um, then like I don't know, you just watch what you spend money on. So I always just like kind of was like very choosy of like what sneaker I got. Like if I had something that was already red, then I'm like I wouldn't buy it unless that tore up. But like I said, I do not take care of my sneakers. Like I can admit that and be fine because I have adult money that can replace it if I need to.
Throw it in the gutter and go buy another. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I have like restorers hit me up and they're like, you know, you could just restore sneakers. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I am a bit high maintenance when it comes to that because I'm just like, I don't want to send it off, then wait to get it repaired and then however long it takes and then wait for it to come back. So I'm kind of like, I'll just buy a new one. Like I'll gift these to somebody that will appreciate them and want to do that or something. So
Some of them you might just need a good wipe down, not even necessarily a restore.
no, like, okay, so I'm gonna admit something that I like looked at the other day. I left my SBs out. I didn't like put them back in the box when I like went hiking and stuff. Like I kind of wiped them down or whatever. But I have like 3 cats, and my freaking cat chewed on the tab. So now I am, because they are the SB, like they're one of my favorite pairs.
Mm,
I I am looking for a restorer for those tabs. I think I found somebody, but still, I'm a little salty about that. So I'm trying to do a better job
got you. I
because
got you.
I know that one won't be like easy to replace.
Got you. Got you. I got you. Did you wear any sneakers today?
I did. I had my reimagined threes on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was like debating between those and my fear threes came in, but I had like a whole other outfit. I already had this like basic um, jacket and turtleneck type thing on. It's cold today, like super cold. I'm anemic, so my iron's low. I really didn't feel like doing nothing, but I was like, I need to get out of the house because the last 2 days at work was like hell.
Yeah. What do you do, if you don't mind me
I'm a
asking?
GM at a Bojangles here in Morganton.
Oh, okay.
So I been a GM for 7 years now. Um, so I was just in Charlotte. We opened a new store. I helped open the new store in Charlotte where it's like they have the ordering kiosk, which is not good for old people. They hate using those. And we have a automatic like an AI that takes your order. That's
Hmm.
interesting. She kind of rude. Her name's Belinda.
Wow.
So just getting to open a store and like checking out those new upgrades they're trying to like eventually incorporate everywhere is like interesting.
I got you. No, I've never had Bojangles before.
You're crazy. That's like the whole North Carolina thing. So fun fact, you know, Bojangles originated in Charlotte, North Carolina in 1977.
Hmm.
So they're everywhere in Charlotte. Um, I helped as an assistant. I helped open the first one in Georgia, the first few in Tennessee, the first one in Kentucky, but now they've like expanded more, and they're in like the Tennessee market. There's some in Florida, Alabama. Um, I'm waiting for them to go international, and I told them I was like, ship me out, like send me if y'all ever go international, I'm going. Like send me out.
Hmm.
um it's been a interesting experience. Like I never thought I would be in this position. Like I'm a very bossy person in general anyways. I know I am but I just never thought like I would do this. Like it's, because at the end of the day, like something I learned just in this position is like it's your people that makes your job. Sorry, that's my cat's tail. So it's just like, I literally like hire so many teenagers, and you end up being like their therapist, their counselor, their moms, their like everything. So it's just interesting. It's like very humbling. Like I'm glad like I could be that for people. Um, but it's also very draining, especially during like the holidays. Like I find that to be like where the most hateful people just come out. Like go home, just don't be hateful. If you're gonna be out in food service or anywhere like shopping, just don't be hateful. Like oh, I never understood that.
Yeah, and in 26 years of being in leadership positions myself, it is the worst time. Brings the worst out of people. So I'm I'm with you. A lot of this gray comes from leadership.
I
So
don't have
I get,
no grades yet, so
well, you was you was still born in the 90s, right? Oh, see,
91.
there you go. See, once once you get past that 35, it all changes.
I don't know. My mom has some grades, but she don't have that many. So I might be lucky. I know some of my friends in their 30s, they have grades already.
Yeah, no, I mean, to me, like I'll be honest, being from a northern state and moving down here, um, my physician had told me that a lot of it is climate change because my beard wasn't as gray when I was still living in Ohio. So some of it is age, some of it is stress of being a leader, and then but I'm gonna blame the climate, North Carolina, some of this because it wasn't gray like this before. So but it's all good. And I can't concur. Having teenagers work for you, you do have to be there for them, especially these teenagers. It's a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, they're built different. I don't even know how to explain it to you because I always sit back and I think like I was not like that when I was 16. Like was not like that at all. So I I mean, I can't compare every 16-year-old me, but even like my coworkers, I try to think about like the worst coworker that I had when I was 16. I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's strange because you could be like, I was thinking like now, like I'm 30, but my like one of my best friends that's my like best coworker, she's like 60. So you have like that age dynamic, like,
Yeah, yeah. You can flip
but it
things
was
a little
like
bit.
I feel like it was like that when I was like 16 too. I'm probably sure I had like a 30-year-old like best friend. To think of it now, I'm probably like, you know, it was, it's just crazy like little things. I think that's why I'm like I enjoy being part of the sneaker community because it's just like everybody has such a wide dynamic, and it's just like this crazy thing of sneakers that pulls everybody together
Yeah,
that we and that only we understand too, because I'll be talking sneakers with my sister and she's just like, I just want the shoes. she's
mm, yeah,
because she like doesn't understand it at all. She's just like, okay. And then if I buy a shoe and I post it and she likes it, then she's just like, oh, we could really twin. I want a pair. And I'm just
yeah.
like, okay. Do you even know what pair it is? She's like, no, what's the name? Yeah,
Mm,
that's like the dynamic of me and my sister.
I get you. I get you. The one thing I had to do being in stores all these years is whenever I've had someone that was really into sneakers beyond just, I'm just trying to get fresh, like really into them. Like, when you come out there on the sales floor, you got to look at things. You can't look at things through a sneakerhead eye because they're not gonna get it like you get it, and they're not wearing the shoes for the same reason that you may be wearing the shoes. So it's a challenge there too. But like you said, it is the sneaker community connects people of all different
Yeah.
eras and and whatnot. So okay. So we'll fast forward a little bit. So do you remember the first sneaker that you bought with your money?
Mm, no, because like I said, I was with my ex for 16 years. So he bought all my sneakers.
Wow. Okay. All right. What was the first sneaker you bought yourself after that? Do you remember that?
Um, oh, actually, I do. It was the Lost and Founds.
Oh, damn. So that's just recently.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. And I
okay.
copped those for retail. Um, I have best friends that will do raffles for me in the kid size because she got baby feet over here. So he hit and caught for retail for me. So yeah, so just recently.
Yeah, I didn't get to get a pair of Lost and Found.
You have to reach back. They're gonna drop again. I
They're
swear.
just,
Like
they're too much.
I
They're
know
too
right now for resale. I know. I'm glad actually got retail for my pair, and then if you try to get them that day, that app was acting crazy, ridiculous. But I did cop a pair for my son, so I got his pair for retail too.
Yeah, I think I seen a pair. That's a picture of y'all wearing them together.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Um.
So
Yeah.
as a single mom, like I can't afford to be that bougie, but I knew that was like a pair that he would want too. So, um, like most of the times, like if he likes a pair and I know it's one that he's gonna want, I do try to call us both. But if I know it's a pair that he's not really gonna wear and he's just gonna grow out, I don't buy him. So because
No.
he's growing, he's 10, but like I tell him like he's almost he's got one more size and he's will be in the same shoe size. But I'm hoping like he'll be in it for like 6 months and then his foot will grow because he's already talking about stealing my sneakers. And I'm like, no, you're about to steal your dad's sneakers. Like you're not coming after mine.
Hey, I'll be honest. That works both ways. Like, all right, my son is 15, and we're in the same shoe size. Now, fortunately, I shouldn't say fortunately because I kind of wish he was. My son wants to look nice, but he's not into sneakers like me or his mother. He likes games. He's more of a gamer, but there are sneakers that he has that I don't. Where I'm like, when he gets to a 13, I'm taking those back. It's about 5 pair where I'm like, I'm just waiting for that next growth spurt because when he was around your son's age, he went from a 7 wide to an 8.5 in like a summer. So fortunately, his mother wears that size, women's 10, so it's like an 8.5. So she bequeathed some of her sneakers to him. But um, yeah, it's something where I'm waiting. Like one in particular, SpongeBob Kyrie 5. Like I don't have those, and I need them, and I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
So
He
it'll
did
spin
that
around.
too. He did that too this summer. Like I literally bought him new school shoes, and he went from a 4 to a 5. And then
Mm-hmm.
his we played football this year, so his football cleats were like a 5.5. So I was like, it don't make no sense how boys grow. Like he literally went like a whole year without growing, and then all of a sudden like grew.
Gotcha.
So but I know like he is dying to get in my collection right now. And he's already like picked out his pair. Like we literally pulled out like probably like half of my shoe boxes and was just going through them.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like sitting like his picks to the side and I was like, I don't know, like the black cement threes, like
Yeah,
that's a pair he wants to steal. And I'm just like, if you mess them up, I'm not gonna be able to replace them. And he
yeah.
doesn't understand that. But he's reckless with his shoes too. So I can't even be mad at him because I know I'm reckless with my shoes, but I'm not that reckless. Like he's got like his lost and found, they're 3.5, and he can't fit them anymore. So I thought about like either giving them away or just reselling them for cheap or something because they're beat.
Mm.
But I think they look good beat. Like
Oh,
that pair, that particular pair. Let
yeah.
me show you. Let me grab it. Let me show you.
Shout out to everybody joining. Welcome. Shorty Sneaker Conversations, episode 140.
This is his pair.
Yeah, it's not even really beat. It's
You don't
creased,
think so?
but
I think it is. I mean, the back, yeah.
for
So
him to be a
yeah, it's very creased.
yeah, for him to be a kid, like just some of the shit I've seen in years of running shoe stores, that's nothing. That's nothing.
I
You
think they look good this
know,
way. Like mine probably looks like this. But
yeah.
he did ask me, still looks clean to me. He did
See?
ask me for some crease protector. Like he's at that age. I think it's so funny.
Yeah. Like
I think it's bad.
the only shoe I have that my son tried to get and that's mine and I'm like, nah. Like he was trying to take my he's trying to take my MF Doom dunks and I'm like, son, I bought these a year before you was born when they came out and no, you can't have these. You know, I can get you anything you want off the Nike app, but I'm not. You can't have these because he just recently discovered his music. So I'm like, nah. But everything else, it's like, nah. All he wants is white forces and wheat Timberlands. So,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
My
I won't
son
say.
my son has probably been into sneakers since he was a baby. Like
Mm-hmm.
at 2, like he had all the freaking sneakers. And I'm just like asking his dad, I'm like, does he really need all those? But then he was like obsessed. So
Mm-hmm.
I already knew by the time he was at this age that he would still be obsessed with
See,
sneakers.
what's crazy is from when my son was about 8 until he was about 12, he was really on it. Like he used to, he could match and he wasn't asking for sneakers, but like if we came with something or if his mom gave him some or if I bought him some, he'd be cool with it. But since he's been a teenager, it's just been different. Like for me, that was when I clicked in and I'm like, all right, I want the Jordans, I want the Pippins, I want the Barclays, I want the Pennies, I want, he's like done the opposite of me. So I kind of miss him being like 10 years old. Because every
Mm-hmm.
morning we used to have like little photo sessions. Like, all right, son, I'm gonna post your fits today on the gram and see what they. Now he's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to school. Like his voice is all deep and shit. I'm like, all right, man. So you too cool for me now. You got a little girlfriend. You too cool for dad. So, you
Well,
know.
my 10-year-old, he tells me that all girls want is his time and money, so he's not gonna have a girlfriend until he's 21.
Wow,
I'm
wow.
like,
That's.
please keep that energy. I don't even know where he got it from. I have no clue. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what he told me. He was like, he just wants to play his video game. So he said that he was not getting a girlfriend until he was like 21. I was like, please keep that same energy because when you come to me at 15, 16 talking about you got a girlfriend, I'm going to tell you that all they want is your time and money.
Yeah. Nah, I feel you. I
It's
feel you.
just like this generation because he tells me crazy stuff all the time, like the acronyms. Like he was asking me for probably shoes, and I was like, what do you think? I'm made of money. He was like, yeah, MOM, made of money. And I was just like, how can you be mad at that? Like, I'm not. I just look at him just like, okay, yeah.
I mean,
He's too
just
smart. Like he's too smart for his own good.
I mean, if we catch the glamour that is your page, just from following you, I mean, he's getting it firsthand. So how could he not think that? So, so yeah, yeah. But what I was gonna say is getting back to the lost and founds. Really, since the pandemic, each year there's been a shoe for whatever reason I just wasn't able to touch. Now, even though it's through Converse, being a Nike employee makes it even harder to consider trying to pay resale for a shoe
So,
because I should just be able to just get it. But um, this year it was the gray and black Mac Attack. Last year was the Lost and Found. The year before that it was the blue Paddle Wave. Uh, Then before that, it was the Flint 13, which is probably the toughest L I've taken post pandemic because that's a regular ass shoe. I couldn't believe it sold out and I couldn't get it because I have every other Flint
Yes,
except for
because
the new.
people are always like, "Oh, that shoes is trash," blah blah blah, but then it doesn't sit.
Yeah,
Like it sells out. Like, just tell us how you really feel.
yeah, post pandemic, if the shoe comes out and it's full family, you like, well, if it's full family, it's a million of these bitches. I could just get it. But that Flint 13 let me know that shit was different, and I just it's one shoe that I can't pay resale for. I just can't. In my mind, there'll always be $150 Jordan 13.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it's all good. It's all good. So, we're kind of already at the halfway point through the show. So I always ask either or questions. So my first question, I guess, for you would be, if you could choose to have a shoe in either the UNC colorway or black and red, which one you choose?
You should already know this. If you've been on my page, you should already know this. Anything UNC colorway is like my jam.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and then, dang, I don't even know where I put those shoes. I just got a UNC Dunk colorway. Let me see if I can find it. It's only in one or two places. I'm gonna show you real quick because these haven't released yet. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, Bambino. I got 3 pairs of Flints. I got the 98, the 05, and the 10, but I don't have the 20. So I've been rocking out with my 2010s without the 3M and the weird blue until I can get a pair of 2020s.
So I have a lot of UNC colorway things. Like I have the UNC fours, the UNC toes.
I figured you would say that. I figured you would say
This one is kind of. I have the UNC AJ1s.
Mm-hmm.
This one is kind of like a lighter colorway. I don't think these have dropped yet. I haven't seen them anywhere, but they're.
Oh, okay. Those are nice.
Yeah, they're more like an icy blue, but I don't have like this bluish color.
Okay.
But when I seen them, I was like, oh, I need them. I got connects, so I don't really try to pay resale for much.
Gotcha.
And I think I just have those connects because I'm nice. Because a lot of people like I've never like met in person, but they always hit me with the latest and greatest and be like, "This is you," and I'll be like, "Okay."
I mean, you I'll just say, following you this little while that I have, I do feel like you're one of the ones that can, do it both. I've seen you dressed up. I've seen you, normal. So, if I were still on the Nike side of things and had control of the stock, I would hit you up. Hey, Andy, we got this, whatever. But since I'm on the Converse side now, it's a little different. So
yeah. I like Converses, but I think with some Converses the shoe is like a little thin, and I feel like my foot is a little fat, so I can't wear Converses all day. I do have these Sherpa Converses that are platform that I love, love. And I
care
wear
to
those
show?
like. I was like, yeah. Oh wait, let me think of where they're at. I moved my shoes, so they're in two different rooms. I'll be right back with them.
What's up, Ink and Money? Kick Game Crazy 04, J Van in this piece. What's up to everybody else? Hello. We're just talking sneakers. My favorite thing. So, I got y'all Thanksgiving Day outfits planned out for the living room.
You see my cat? He's spoiled.
Oh yeah, he's there just chilling. I peeked.
Yeah, this is my little lion. That's Tails, like from Sonic and the Hedgehog. Tails.
Mm-hmm.
These.
Oh, okay, some Run Star Heights.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, I was like, you would know. I was like, you would know the name of those. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not just like people think that I know I like post a lot of my Jordans and my Nikes, but I have like tons of everything, like heels, booties, like I said, anything that gives me hike.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you should see my closet is tragic.
Okay. All right. Well, the next either or question is, would you rather do a lineup or a raffle?
I'm torn between that because I think raffles raffles don't like me lately. So especially like the last one for those Amamineers, those fives, everybody was hitting on social status, but I felt like I was not getting a win. Like I'm salty about that.
See, now I'm gonna say this. I mean, we both live in areas where there are social statuses nearby. I don't like that. If you win, you still have to have them ship it. Like, why can't I just come get it?
Yeah.
You know, like um, before moving out here to Greensboro, I was living in Mebane, which is only about 30 minutes away. But I'm like, that shipping is like extra $25. Like I could just drive there and get it. So
I think
social
it's the
stat,
flat shipping rate that's like annoying.
even though social status is in enough trouble as it is already right now. If they come back unscathed from the scandal that they in, hopefully they can change that. Where if you're in the area, you can just come pick up the shoe
Yeah.
instead of having to have it shipped. So, but I'm probably on the island here saying this. I know social status, I'm on my year, APB. It's all the same company, but I don't really like a lot of their shoes. Yeah, like I'm on my year 3, since it was the first one. It really had to grow on me because when I first saw it, I was like, it just looked like a faded white Smith,
Yeah.
But once I started liking it, because they had a couple sneakers releases of it. The last sneakers app release, I actually tried for them, and I wasn't able to get them. And then the price skyrocketed like 6 months later. But the rest of them are just okay. I like the 2 as well, but everything else is just kind of eh.
No, I'm obsessed with the fours. Like, and I love the color. Like, I don't own any fives because I think the tongue is too big and I don't haven't personally tried one on myself, so I don't know what it looks like me on me, but everybody's like, "Oh, you look fine in some fives." Like, I'm like, yeah. Like you go based off of like just image first. So it's not one that's like automatically. But when I seen the fives drop, I was like, yeah, I like that colorway. Like it's a clean colorway for me.
Well, one thing with that specific release I've noticed is that they kind of shaved down some of the bulkiness, sort of like what they did with the Khaled's,
Mm.
where the ankle part is not as bulky as a standard.
Oh, maybe that's what it is because I always thought that about fives. Like, if you got cankles already, those are not gonna look good. Maybe that's why, but the silhouette of this one looks different.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
you onto something. You're right. You're right.
yes, a little thinner. Now, I will say, now I know I'm gonna sound like an old head saying this. I don't really like those fives. Like I've just got old ass fives that look like that, so I don't
Mhm.
want to go buy some. But other than the 3 and the 2, the white 12 is decent, and I don't
I
know
think I
for
just like that. I think I just like their colorway, like that purple. Like I love purple, so
yeah.
it's like a earthy tone purple. Like I'm obsessed with the forest. Like it's hard to find stuff that matches it. Just like I recently got the mauve in the AJ ones,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an interesting purple. Like I could just probably pull it off with like a white tank top and some jeans or something, but just to find like that kind of purple, it's hard.
Yeah. Um, Nike uses that a lot with Converse too. They call it Stone Mauve or Vapor Mauve. It's an interesting color. They make a lot of apparel for it on the Converse side, but I haven't seen anything with it on the Nike side. And even though it's the same company, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't wear Converse with Nike. I can wear, Jordan and Nike are the same, so it's different. But nah. So I feel you. I feel you. All right.
Yeah, I don't mismatch logo either. I just can't. I know some people are like, they don't care, but I just can't.
And then even going further, like I had to explain to a lady friend, I'm like, I can wear a Nike shirt with some Jordans, but I can't wear a Jordan shirt with some regular Nikes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's just weird. People are like, well, why? I'm like,
Just a
I can't.
thing. You wouldn't understand. That's what I'm talking about. Those are like things that only sneakerheads or only like that particular sneakerhead will understand.
Yeah, it's like with Converse. I'm not gonna wear. All right, like I'm not gonna wear a shirt with a Chuck patch with this Converse.
Mhm.
Now, if I have a shirt with the chevron, okay, but probably not even. All right, my last either or question before we move on is Black Cement 3 or Black Cement 4?
Why would you ask me that?
Because you're you. I have to ask.
I'm obsessed with fours. So that's like my favorite, all-time favorite. Like, so, but I like threes too. So like I have a bunch of one, threes, fours. So those are my top. So making me choose between the three or the four. I don't own the four, so that's a hard one, but if I could, I would.
Okay. To me, even though they're the same era and they have a lot of the same elements, I'm gonna pick the 4 over the 3. But to me, the 3 looks much better beat than the 4 does because of the leather.
Yeah.
So, but now we're in present day sneaker dumb, I guess. So we'll kind of start off raw and build up to it. So since the pandemic, since 2020, what's the hardest L that you've taken for sneakers? Like you just can't believe you ain't got them.
I don't really take L's. So
There, one shoe you missed, like damn, I don't have not any. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. I've taken several. Like I say
I think
each
like I
year.
said, I have a lot of good connects.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't get them during release or early, then just like those Fear threes, I have them early, technically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, then I don't need them.
I got you. I got you. It's interesting.
There hasn't, yeah, there hasn't been many things that I have had to reach back for.
Mm, okay.
So I'm trying to think. I'll have to think of. I'm like, because even like the alma mater, like I took the L on social status, like for the raffles, but I still bought them.
I got
I still
you.
eventually got them.
Okay. Well, that'll lead me to a future question I have for you then. But um, what's been the biggest win you've had since the pandemic? Like this year, you've been most excited about getting?
The lost and founds, of course.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the lost and founds. My SBs, I got those for retails too. The
Okay.
SB4s.
I got
They're
you.
like
I got you.
the most comfortable fours. A lot of people complain that fours are so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't wear them all day or blah blah blah. Like I don't have that issues. I think that's why it's probably one of my favorite
I've
styles.
never had an issue with the 4s. I do tell some people it is important that you relace them, and if you're kind of a wide footer, you shouldn't use the crowns. But you know, they've never given me problems. So but I guess
I do.
everybody.
I want to say probably like my tightest pair that I've bought true to size, and I probably like should have sized up was the Canon Force. Like that one, I don't know why. I don't feel like it has extra padding.
The purple ones.
Hmm.
Okay, man, the untravises. Yeah,
I'm salty about that because the Travis ones are so pretty, but they're
yeah.
a family friendly exclusive. So I would have like purple's my color.
Okay,
Well, anything. I was gonna say any color is my color, but my favorite color is purple.
got you, got you.
If you're like any throw on something red, I got you. But um, for the most part, black. I'll just throw on black with whatever.
Okay. So what are your the question that led me to you saying getting stuff early or whatever? What are your feelings on paying resale or paying over for sneakers?
if it's a pair that I absolutely need or want or know that it's not gonna drop anytime or redrop or the prices will redrop, I will pay that price. But I don't think I've paid more than like 350 for a pair.
Okay.
I think it's kind of like having a smaller foot size also, like um and I couldn't even tell you what pair I paid for. That was 350. Oh, my shimmers, my shimmers.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but that I knew the price wasn't gonna like drop. But I'm always like, I'm not in like a rush. If it's a reach back, then you know I'm not in like a rush to purchase. And I feel like if I'm meant to have it, it'll come to me at a good value because being a sneakerhead and being a single mom, it's not cheap.
No,
It's
I get
not.
it. I get it. Makes sense. Makes sense. Um, so what size do you wear?
Uh, my true size is a 6 men, 6 youth, or a 7.5 women.
Okay. Yeah, that is on the smaller side. I only ask because I feel like grade school resale, for the most part, has been a post-pandemic thing. It wasn't really a thing before,
Yeah.
to me. I mean, the only shoes I remember kind of at your size reselling for a lot was, you know how they have the GS foam posits, but before they had them, they used to make some of the more desired colorways down to a men's 6. But there was only so few of them people would resell them. So,
Yeah, but now they have the GS foams.
man, they just suck. They don't even look the same. It's like a different shoe.
Hey,
You know,
I like my pink ones I have.
it's all good. It's all good. I ain't hating, but
Now my son's some of his pairs that he did have he had a teal pair and a gold pair. They did look good and they were like easy for him to slip on and off. So he was like 5 or 6 or 7 when we bought those for him. So they look good.
got you. Got you. Now, we all have a love affair with sneakers. We all love sneakers. How does your family feel about your relationship with sneakers?
I mean, I'm grown, so they don't really have like there it's never like, are you not gonna buy shoes anymore? Or because we all have our vices, right? Like you spend money on what you want to spend money on. Like I'm not coming after you because you didn't pay your phone bill, but you're out like at Cherokee, like gambling at the casino or something. I just don't really have judgmental people in my life like that. Like even family wise, like toxic is toxic. No matter if it's family, friends, whatever. I just feel like they're. I mean, I don't know. Like they don't ask me like when are you gonna not buy shoes, or I think more so like for instance, my niece, she wants some all white Air Force One. She's 9, and she told my sister, she's like, I'm gonna ask Auntie to buy me shoes because I know she'll support that.
So they already know. She
Yeah,
knows. She
yeah.
knows.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna even argue. And then she's like, yeah, she knows you're gonna support it. And so she's like, so buy your niece some Air Force Ones for Christmas. I was like, I got her.
Got you.
So yeah, I mean, I have like one of my guy best friends that like he's always looking at shoes too. He'll send me shoes and I tell him like I'm not like this month I'm not buying any shoes. Like stop sending me like even if it's like a used pair for cheap, like stop sending me pictures or stories or whatever. But he still does, and I'll just be like, I hate you because if it's a good deal, I'm gonna buy it regardless. If I tell you I'm not, so I think that's one of the reasons why he still sends me shoes randomly, and I'm like, I kind of hate him for it, but then like him at the same time.
I got you. I got you. Um, I was fortunate that when I was married, my wife was into sneakers. She had a lot of pairs as well. But when you're in a relationship, do sneakers matter? Could a dude just said, I have no shoe game and be able to get with you, or he like, come on, man, you got to come with something. Like, does that matter to you? It's okay if it does. I mean,
Okay, I'm just gonna be raw and real with you. That's just me. But to be honest, like I don't know because like even though I'm single right now, I'm not dating. But I feel like when I'm out and I'm like with my friends or like I mean I do shoe contact before I do eye contact. So I don't know if I'm like technically judging them for that. I don't feel like I am. Like I feel like if even if I saw your shoes and it's kind of like whatever, and then you approach me, so I don't know. Like I don't know how to give you that answer like for real, because it's just like I've been single for like 2 years now, a year and a half, two. I don't know how long really, but I don't date because I feel like this generation is such a hookup culture, and that's not me. Like, like I was with we were high school sweetheart. I was with my ex for 16 years. Like, I don't know how to date in my 30s. Like, I know, like I draw attention. Like, I know I do, but there's no one that I'm just like, I want to like go out of my way or make the time to date. So, I don't really look at people like that. Is that weird?
no.
Like, because my friends like all the time tell me like create a Tinder or a Hinge or a Bumble, and I'm just like, I don't want to meet people that way. Like it's
Mhm.
I mean, I know it's like the new norm, but it's not norm for me. Like I just generally like to meet people like in person. And then like no one's ever, I think maybe because my friends know me, like none of them have ever been like, let me set you up on a blind date.
You have some good
So
friends.
so I just think they're kind of just like you do you, and then if somebody comes in your life that you want us involved in, like let us know. But I don't know. I just kind of I guess I was with somebody for so long. I just kind of enjoying being single and doing me.
No,
So I think that's where a lot of like where my high maintenance comes off as, because it's just like I'm the one maintaining it. So I don't I don't know I don't know. I know it's weird,
no,
but
that's not. I mean, people ask me that, 'cause I've only been single now for a year. Um, I always just tell people, it's not a requirement for a woman to be into sneakers. And I know that 80% of the women I meet, they aren't going to get this. They aren't going to get why I have to have more than 1,000 pairs of sneakers. They're not going to get it. They just aren't. So, and I'm okay with that because I know I'm not for everybody. I always just say if a girl or a woman has a nice sense of style, doesn't necessarily have to be sneakers, but just a nice sense of style that works for her, it's kind of like that's cool. If she was in the sneakers, that'd be like extra icing on the cake,
yeah.
but it's
I just
not something I go to look for.
yeah, I don't think I don't know. Like I don't like I said, I just don't know because like I feel like I like my friends tell me I have a type, but I don't think I have a type. And I'm like, what's my type? They're like anybody that looks like Chris Brown or Trey Songz or whatever, and I'm just like, that's not even it. Because they could look like that, but if we ain't vibing, I'm not gonna talk to them again. Like, and it's not like me being like conceited or anything like that, but you just like I feel like I'm so much older now, like I don't like to waste people's time. So like if I tell you I'm not into you, that's like hurting your ego, right? So even though people are like, "Oh, just be real with me," when you're really real with them, they can.
Yeah. Ooh, I can't hear you. All right, I can hear
I said so most of the times, like I just be like, "Okay, I just won't talk to them again." So I'm not, but I don't know. I don't want it to be. I don't want that to be taken the wrong way because like I talk to everybody. Like I'm very chill. Like I'm a very chill person. Um, but I've come across so many guys that are like, just be real with me or blah blah blah, and I'm just like, yeah, it's. the vibe's not it or whatever, and then they're like their feelings are hurt, and then I'm just mean, and I'm like, but I'm really not. But I just feel like I know at my age like what I do and do not want, and I like don't want to waste people's time.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Um,
But I
so
feel like, I mean, I guess I would say like it wouldn't matter like if he was into sneakers, because like if that was my, like what I'm into, then he would get there. Because if you're like with that person all the time and they're looking at like if that's their love language, like you eventually should learn your person's love language. And I just feel like I could get him on game if he ain't on game.
yeah, yeah. Like, but I will say, because there's been guys like, man, like, 'cause my wife used to be a part of my content. We used to, 'cause she was into it too. So, but I always would tell dudes, I'm like, it's a double-edged sword, because it's been times where she hit on the shoe and I didn't. It's been times where I hit on the shoe and she didn't. And it'll be kind of awkward for a couple of minutes there. It's like, you happy that you hit, but she's disappointed that she didn't. So you can't
Yeah.
really be too happy, because, I'm like, and sometimes it'll be, well, I'm gonna just try for you. I don't even need it like that. I'm gonna just try for you. You know, I'll fall on the sword.
But see,
So
I don't have that issue, because I could do grade school and you could do the adult sizes.
yeah, see, I mean, I've I think of all the women that I've been in relationships with, I think I've only been with one that was GS.
Well, that means that your next one, she's got to be GS.
Yeah, because this buying, getting two men's sizes, that'd be a little tough sometimes. But
Somebody's
I'm good with
feelings
that.
are gonna be hurt.
Yeah. And I do feel like we're entering into a different time in sneakers, where that 2020 through 22, everything's selling out. I think that's done.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Definitely think that's done.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, what kind of direction would you like to see your collection go in the future?
I don't know. I just
There's a
because like I said,
brand that you want to try to look for, or different pairs you want to try to grab, or
I like what I
just you like what you
like.
like?
I'm not too picky. Like I have New Balances, I have Adidas. I don't own any Yeezys besides my Yeezy slides. Um,
That's,
I'm done effing with the Confirm app. Like I hate that app. Like me and that app do not get along
mm,
at all. But like I like my NMDs. Those are comfortable as hell.
mm,
My friend tried to like convince me to get some Ultra Boosts because they said those are
they
comfortable, but I
are.
don't, I don't like the look of them. Don't joke.
I get it.
Yeah.
You might as well just get a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just get a pair of 350s if you're
Yeah.
gonna do that.
So, and then I like, like running shoes wise, I just have like Air Maxes, like and some regular Nikes. I don't really run. I don't like running. I do other cardio, so I don't really need a lot of running shoes.
Nah, I
Uh,
got you.
I feel like I've actually found some like interesting pairs of like Nike and Jordans at like Ross. Like that's um I don't know, because I just like what I like. Like if somebody drops a collab that's like nice, then I look to keep that collab in my collection. But nothing I'm really like, oh, I have to like stick with that.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have a holy grail, or a shoe that you just want that you haven't been able to touch, or is that a thing?
It was a
Is it like
thing, but now it's not. I actually wanted a pair of the Jade Horizon. Like I could not get a pair of that for a long time, the fives.
really?
And yeah,
Hmm.
crazy,
Okay.
right?
Hey, I'm not hating.
But I recently copped them for a good price. So, yeah, no. Like I said, the shimmers, like a while I was struggling to debating if I needed to get those or not. Um, but then I got them and, I'm content with those. And everybody's like, well, if you have those, you should get the off-whites. But I'm just like, they're kind of similar.
I feel like a lot of people got the shimmers because they couldn't get the off whites.
Yeah, that's me. But I don't know. Like I don't like I said, I feel like if there's a shoe that I like haven't copped for it, whatever reason, I just feel like I don't need it. Like because there's always shoes dropping. Like there's always new shoes coming out. There's always like in my like even I was shopping with one of my friends today and she was like, I don't have nothing to match this. And I was like, that's why you buy stuff to match it.
Yeah.
Like that's my vibe. Like if you bought something that you like and you don't have nothing to match it, like buy other stuff to match it. And she was like,
Yeah.
you right. I mean, she didn't think that way. And I was just like, that's just like
Yeah.
the SBs. Like when I purchased the SBs, I didn't really have that much green in my closet. I don't know why. I just had like random, like dark green but I was like, I could find something to match this.
Mm-hmm. How do y'all feel about the fours that dropped last Saturday?
Which fours were those?
Oh, the green ones, those craft fours, the different shades of green. They sort of look like I don't
Oh,
remember.
the olive green. Yeah.
Yeah, they sort of look like the undefeated fours, but they don't at the same time. Those.
You know, when I thought they were gonna leave the Jordan logo on there like orange, I was gonna lace swap and put orange laces in there, but they
Mm-hmm.
didn't. They changed that tab. It's a different color, or it's is it green or is it black? I
I
think
think
they
it's black.
yeah, I think they left it black. So I didn't um purchase them. I don't wear that much olive green. Like I do, but I don't. Like I have my stages. But that's probably why I didn't purchase them. Then they were like sitting, and then I was like, okay, well, if I want them, I could get them. But then I was like, I'm not in the mood to buy stuff to match it right now. So that's where I was sitting. Like they would go good with this jacket.
Oh, they would. They would.
But I already have something to match this, so I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. What fabric is that, Jack? Is that corduroy?
Yes, that's what they be
Yeah.
doing now.
Okay.
What?
I
They
see.
corduroy's coming
I
back.
see. I see. Oh man.
I know like a lot of like stuff I was wearing like in middle school, I swear, it's like coming back in style. And my niece, she's 9, so she literally dresses how I did when I was in middle school. It's crazy.
Mm, I got you. Yeah. A lot of stuff is coming back, shoes and clothes wise. You know, stuff I never thought would come back. I never thought baggy jeans would be a thing again, like they are. So
I know.
I can't do it,
I
but
can't pull it off.
props to those who
I'm
do.
too short. I feel like I have to like hem everything. I'm so short.
How tall are you?
5 foot. Even 4'11" and a half really, but somebody go give me my half inch. My attitude fills up my half inch.
Yeah, but to say, they say short girls are mean, so
It's probably true. I People tell me I'm mean all the time, or like I have RBF. So I think that's why I like smile so much. Because if I'm like, then I feel like RBF.
well, I have a serious looking face, so I've been being told that since I was a kid. So I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Um,
My sister always says I'm mean. Like she always says I'm the mean one, and I'm like, I know like I could be a little blunt, but I don't think I'm mean.
sure.
I don't know. Come find out. I don't know.
Well, you know, next time I'm in your area and you're not working
Hey,
out.
there's a hot pot in Korean barbecue place in Greensboro I've been wanting to try. So maybe I'll come
Well,
up there.
yeah, let me know. Let me know. Before we go, did you have any questions for me?
What you wear today?
So I wore one of my pairs of 2014 infrared sixes.
That's like my one of my favorite like styles too.
Yeah, so I I don't know. It's special. It's the shoe that got me into shoes when I was a kid, when I was in 4th grade. So it's kind of what started it all for me. So not the last time I was only able to get a pair, but when they came out in 14, at one point I had like 8 pairs of these. So yeah, I was into anytime the black infrared six comes out, I have to get at least one.
Yeah, I think the only pair that I'm like looking forward to cop next year is the um bread bread fours that drop on my birthday. You know, me and Michael Jordan have the same birthday. That's probably why I'm the GOAT.
February 17th. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's why I tell people all the time. I was like, that's why y'all are drawn to me. Y'all drawn to Michael. Y'all drawn to me.
Damn, you was born in 91, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. Hmm.
What?
Now I'm just thinking of how old. I mean, I was only 11, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's a little while back, but it's good though. It's good though. 91 was a good year. That's the year I became a sneakerhead. So, you know,
That's good.
yeah.
I was just born. Probably had like the jelly slippers on when I was that age.
That was a thing in the 90s. I do remember that. I do remember that. But
I'm telling you, if I had my box of photos from high school, like we'd be going through it right now. Cause like just thinking like stuff I wore, like it's so funny because like me and my boyfriend, my high school boyfriend, like we always like end up wearing the same color to school and things like that. I'm just like, that's how I knew we clicked. Like, and then when he was the one buying my sneakers, you know, that's just like a whole another love language. I'm gonna find it
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah, like I feel it. I feel it. I mean,
Buying my own sneakers is for the birds.
yeah, it's one of the things I miss the most about the marriage. I mean, it's like, my birthday is on December 2nd. So she'd be like, well, if she ain't had none already, it's like, what do you want? Just give me a pair of shoes. You know what I'm saying? Just give me a pair of shoes. Or give me the money so I can get
Yeah,
said shoes, because, Converse is cool and I really enjoy it. I love the brand, but a large part of why I'm still here is Nike.
yeah,
So it's like, if I wanted to get the reimagined ones, even though I've got multiple leather Royals, I could get them, or I could get those fours. It's just, that's what I would probably be doing if I were still,
with Nike.
well, no,
Why did you switch?
it's all the same. I still have it. You know,
Oh,
Converse is owned by Nike, so it's all the same. It's just, um, that's just where they needed me, so that's where I'm at now. So,
you have
but
your in-house connects then.
yeah, it's just, it's a lot of stipulations to it, and there are still shoes that, even being a part of the company, I can't touch. So
That's crazy.
it's all good. Like, I really need those gray and black Mac Attacks. I can get all the other colors, but I need that gray and black one. I still need a Lost and Found. I still need the off-white twos, the white ones. Like, I need so many different things, but it's cool. It's cool.
You'll get it.
Yeah.
You
Hope.
better start paying resale.
Nah. Life definitely isn't set up like that now. Just being here, but it's all good. That stuff will come to me. I know it will. I know it will.
See, that's what I be saying. Shoes
Yeah.
come to me all the time. It's so funny because I'm like, oh, I'll pass on that, and then somebody will give me a deal, or somebody will hit me up, or I will see it at a store, and I'll be like, okay, well, I keep telling myself I'm gonna go like a whole 6 months without buying a pair of shoes. It hasn't happened yet, so
Yeah. I've went 3 months. I've never gone 6.
yeah.
Yeah. But thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for texting me earlier too. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get some things set up. It kind of spilled over. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry I
Oh,
was a little late, but
I was just like, I'm gonna go to sleep if because
now
once
I
I
feel
lay
it.
down, it's
I
over.
feel it.
Nap queen. I'm telling you, that's my other nickname.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, everybody knows who you are, but for those who may not, you mind leaving, your social here for the people's sake and follow you?
Um, it's me XOXO on Instagram. Also have a TikTok, but I don't use it for nothing. But it's me XOXA. Just because the XOXO was taken, I don't know who took it. I'm salty about it because most of the time that's my handle for everything.
Same
Um,
happened to me.
huh?
Same thing
Same.
happened to me.
Yeah. And so I just post randomly. I don't have like a set schedule of posting. So You'll just have to follow me to find me. I used to like try to post like every Friday, but I just have such a busy schedule. Like being a full-time mom, being a full-time boss. Like I said, I'm either like doing nothing or I'm doing the most. So this year I, um, did go to like a few concerts, traveled. I did a lot of traveling this year for the first time in a while. First time in California in August. So I technically don't sit here and think, oh, I'm gonna create content. Like it just kind of like happens. So, I started posting for me, which is interesting, right? Like just getting like healing from a breakup and being with somebody for so long and just trying to figure out who you are as an individual. Like, I just realized like I've always been me anyways. So, uh, I was just posting for me, and then this crazy sneaker community found me. So I've been enjoying the ride since. I literally have like the same like 200 people that like my post every time. I'm like, what y'all want from the gas station?
I like how you put that.
I
I like that.
gotcha.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it. Like I've gotten to like, connect with more people. I've gotten to know more people, and I just like I said, I'm not in a rush to date. Like if somebody comes along and, ask me whatever, but I'm just living my best life right now.
Okay. All right. Well, um,
And I do these interviews. You're lucky I started doing these interviews because
nah,
I
I didn't think you was gonna say yeah. Because remember, the first time I asked you, you was like, nah, I don't think so. What are you even gonna be asking me? I remember.
Yeah, what are you gonna be asking me? But I just feel like I like do like even like I don't even remember who was the first person I did an interview
I
for.
felt the way when I
But
saw it. I'm like, oh, she could be on my show, but she's on
I
this person's show.
know, I know, I
Like,
know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I was I think I was kind of just like F it, like because like so many people were asking me and I'm just like my first thought is always like, why you gonna talk to me? What you gonna ask me?
yeah, yeah,
But I think just realizing it's just a informal, like it's formal, informal conversation, and I think everybody's so interested in like just knowing where my love for sneakers came from and just genuine connection. So I was just like, okay, I started honestly doing this more because I one realized there was like not many Asian female sneakerheads. Like there is some. There's probably a lot more really because there's a bunch of sneakerheads in Asia.
yes,
But representation wise, it doesn't show. So honestly, that's like one of the reason. And two, like just being a female in general, like it's still crazy underrated.
yeah,
So I was just like being like new to the scene, new to this scene really. Um and just putting myself out there, being vulnerable, like opening up to everybody. I think that helps because I do get private DMs from other females that are like, I appreciate you talking about it, um and I do like full fit poses. I'm not, it's just not just my shoes. Like I could dress.
mm-hmm.
But to me it's just me, so I don't realize like, oh, I can dress, until I don't. So that's generally why I agreed to start doing interviews because I feel like if it was more formal, I would be nervous, but I feel like with you guys, like it's like a sneaker family, so
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I will say before we go, when I get to talk to you on the phone again, you have to tell me how you pronounce your last name. You may not want to say it on here, but
No,
you got
I'll
to tell
tell
me
you.
how do you
It's
how do you say it?
it's Laotian. It's a Laotian origin, so it looks complicated. It's not complicated though. It's Sayavong.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. As I saw it on your TikTok, and I was like, God, I wonder how you say that.
Yeah,
But
no, you could find me. I'm
mm,
not. I mean, honestly, like social media, I show y'all what I want y'all to see anyway. So
right,
nothing is like too private on there.
all right.
Now my private life, everybody's probably like, "What the hell are you doing?" But
Nah, I get you. I get
I'm humbled. I'm an open book, really. I don't mind talking to people.
Well, that's good. That's good to know. That's good to know. But all right. Well, you work? Did you work today?
I did not. I went shopping
Shut. Okay. Look at you.
and
Okay.
getting my ingredients to cook tomorrow. So I told you, mac and cheese and collard greens, those are my go-to. That's how I grow my butt.
All right. Well, look, we wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Wow. That's real. That's real.
It,
Well, I mean, y'all serve that at the job?
no, that's what I cook for my own
I
personal.
know. I'm saying, but like,
Where did
I've never been.
I learn it from?
Nah, just like what sides do y'all sell at the spot?
You need to go to one. They just sell uh like mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, coleslaw, dirty rice. Their dirty rice is good. Fries, green beans, pinto beans.
See, in Cleveland, it's just Popeyes everywhere, and in the '90s and '80s, it used to just be KFC everywhere. We don't
I
have.
need you to go to a Bojangles.
All right,
Do
I'm
some
on.
dirty rice, and their mac and cheese is okay.
It's not as good as
But
yours.
cooking wise,
It's not
huh?
as good as yours.
What?
Mac and cheese.
No. I bake my mac and cheese. Like my mac and cheese is good from the oven, creamy, cheese pool. I like when I cook. I cook like I'm either doing the most or not. Like sometimes I don't cook, but when I do cook, I'm cooking. I cook a lot of Laotian dishes because of the fact that like my mom teaches me, or I have her teach me, or I YouTube it because I'm just like, um, not Bojangles is mid. It's better than Popeyes. Gosh.
What up, Buckeye
Um,
City? So leave them Ohio like
but
people.
he's not privileged. That's why I get like the upper end like experience with Bojangles. But my mom, I had my mom teach me dishes because I'm like, oh, if she passes like, because there's certain dishes that my dad made, and then once he passed, like I don't know, my mom doesn't know how to make that because they're like both Laotian, but like from different towns or country or something. So when my dad passed, I didn't know how to cook like those dishes that I missed that he would make. So I started like as I got older, I started having my mom teach me how to make things that I like to eat. And then I would do the same with my ex's mom, like soul food, like I was around, my ex was black, so I was around soul food like since I was 15, 16. Like so I would have them teach me what I like to eat, like teach me how to cook what I like to eat. So, like I cook Laotian food and soul food. Like it's a strange mix, but it's like a good mix. Like I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to invite you to my house one day and one of our house party because when I cook, like it's like a crazy mix, but like it meshes so well.
I got you. I got you. Well, again, if you ever come up here and want to try that spot, we can we could definitely get together for that. Um, or again, when I'm down your way, I'll hit you up. You're probably gonna be busy, but I'm gonna hit you up anyway. Like, up,
Yeah,
I'm
or
down here,
sleep.
you know, because
I'll probably be asleep.
mm,
You know, right
or I'll just sit.
now I'm hibernating because I'm anemic and it's cold and my iron be low. So you see, I'm in the house. It's dark outside.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Well, you know. All right. Well, again, I definitely appreciate you being on here, and I will definitely be in touch.
Sounds good. You
All
have a
right.
good night.
You too. Thanks to
Bye.
everybody in the comments too.
Bye.
Peace.